तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिने नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशकारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। सो प्लीज रिपीट आफ्टर मी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
नारायणाय नमस्कृत्य
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरये।
ततो
नमस्कृत्य भद्रेषु
प्रायेषु भद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके
भगवते
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। So we'll continue fourth canto 9th chapter verse number 19. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Vedaham te vyavasitam
वेदाहं ते
Rajanya balaka
बालक
Tat prayachami bhadram te
तत्प्रयच्छामि भद्रं ते
Rapam api subrata.
अपि सुव्रता।
Shri Bhagavanuvacha
श्रीभगवानुवाच
Vedaham te vyavasitam Rajanya balaka
श्रीराजन्यबालक
Tat prayachami bhadram te
तत्प्रयच्छामि भद्रं ते
Durapam api subrata.
दुरापमपि सुव्रता।
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
श्रीभगवानुवाच
Vedam te vyavasitam Vedaham te vyavasitam
वेदान्तेवासितं
Rajanya balaka Tat prayachami bhadram te
तत्प्रयच्छामि भद्रं ते
Durapam api subrata.
दुरापमपि सुव्रता।
Anybody likes to chant? Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
श्री
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
व्यवस्थितं हृदि राजन्य बालका तत्प्रयच्छामि भद्रां ते दुरापम् अपि सुव्रतः।
श्रीभगवानुवाच वेदाहं ते व्यवस्थितं रतिं राजन्यबालक तत्पृच्छामि भद्रं ते दुरापमपि सुव्रत। हरे
श्री
कृष्ण।
भगवान उवाच वेदाहं ते व्यवसितं हृदि राजन्यबालक तत्र यच्छामि भद्रं ते दुरपमपि सुब्रत। हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। श्री भगवानुवाच वेदाहं ते व्यवस्थितं हृदि राजन्य बालका तत्प्रयच्छामि भद्रां ते दुरापम् अपि सुव्रतः। हरे कृष्ण माताजी।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। श्री भगवान उवाच वेदाहं ते व्यवसितं हृदि राजन्य बालक तत्प्रयच्छामि भद्रं ते दुरापम् अपि सुव्रता। हरे कृष्ण माताजी।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। श्री भगवानुवाच वेदाहं ते व्यवसितं हृदि राजन्य बालका तत्प्रयच्छामि भद्रं ते दूरामपि सुहृता।
हरे कृष्ण माता।
हरे कृष्ण माता
श्री
जी।
भगवान उवाच
श्री भगवान उवाच
वेदाहं ते व्यवसितं हृदि राजन्यबालक तत्प्रयच्छामि भद्रं ते दुरापम् अपि सुव्रता। हरे कृष्ण माताजी।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी।
श्री श्री भगवानुवाच वेदान्ते व्यवसितां हृदि राज्य बालक तत्प्रयच्छामि भद्रन्ते दुरापम् अपि सुव्रता। हरे कृष्ण धन्यवाद।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। वेदाहं ते व्यवसितं हृदि राजन्यबालका तत्प्रयच्छामि भद्रं ते दुरापमपि सुव्रत। हरे कृष्ण माता।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। श्री भगवानुवाच वेदाहं ते व्यवसितं हृदि राजन्यबालका तत्प्रयच्छामि भद्रं ते दुरपम् अपि सुव्रता। हरे कृष्ण माताजी।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। श्री भगवान उवाच वेदाहं ते व्यवसितं हृदि राजन्यबालका तत्प्रयच्छामि भद्रं ते दुरापम् अपि सुव्रत। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। श्री भगवानुवाच वेदाहं ते व्यवसितं हृदि राजन्यबालक तत्प्रयच्छामि भद्रं ते दुरापमपि सुवृत। हरे कृष्ण माताजी।
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone. We'll see the synonym. Sri Bhagavan Vaja, the personality of Godhead said, Veda, no, Aham, I, Te, your, Vyavasitam, determination, Hridi, within the heart, Rajanya Balaka, O son of the king, that, Prayachami, I shall give you, Bhadram, all good fortune, Te unto you, Durapam, although it is very difficult to obtain, Api, in spite of, Suvrata, one who has taken a pious vow. Translation. The personality of Godhead said, My dear Dhruva, son of the king, you have executed pious vows, and I also know the desire within your heart. Although your desire is very ambitious and very difficult to fulfill, I shall favor you with its fulfillment, all good fortune unto you. Hare Krishna Supriti Mataji.
Hare Krishna माताजी।
Hare Krishna.
Purport by His Divine Grace Desi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. The Lord is so merciful to his devotee that he immediately said to Dhruva Maharaj, let there be all good fortune for you. The fact is that Dhruva Maharaj was very much afraid in his mind, for he had aspired after material benefit in discharging his devotional service, and this was hampering him from reaching the stage of love of God. In the Bhagavad Gita 2.44, it is said, Bhogeshwarya Prasaktanam. Those who are addicted to material pleasure cannot be attracted to devotional service. It was true that at heart, Dhruva Maharaj wanted a kingdom that would be far better than Brahmaloka. This was a natural desire for a Kshatriya. He was also only 5 years old, and in his childish way, he desired to have a kingdom far greater than his fathers, grandfathers, or great-grandfathers. His father, Uttanapada, was a son of Manu, and Manu was a son of Lord Brahma. Dhruva wanted to excel all these great family members. The Lord knew Dhruva Maharaja's childish ambition, but how was it possible to offer Dhruva a position more exalted than Lord Brahma's? The Lord assured Dhruva Maharaj that Dhruva would not be bereft of the Lord's love. He encouraged Dhruva not to be worried that he childishly had material desires and at the same time had the pure aspiration to be a great devotee. Generally, the Lord does not award a pure devotee material opulence, even though he may desire it. But Dhruva Maharaja's case was different. The Lord knew that he was such a great devotee that in spite of having material opulence, he would never be deviated from love of God. This example illustrates that a highly qualified devotee can have the facility of material enjoyment and at the same time execute love of God. This, however, was a special case for Dhruva Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Vedaham te vyavasitam hiti rajanya balaga tat prayachami badram te durapam api suvrata. Translation. The personality of God said, My dear Dhruva, son of the king, you have executed pious vows, and I also know the desire within your heart. Although your desire is very ambitious and very difficult to fulfill, I shall favor you with its fulfillment. All good fortune unto you. Hare Krishna. So before I start, so today is the Krishna conscious birthday of Srivas Sangan Kirtan Das Prabhu, Sridhar Prabhu. So please all of you chant once for Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you. So that Prabhu can do more and more services, and definitely is very merciful to all of us. Do a lot of service. So today we saw Dhruv Maharaj, like Krishna, the Lord appeared as Sankarshna and touched Dhruv Maharaj's forehead with the conch, right? And then Dhruv Maharaj till then was not able to do any prayers to Krishna, but the moment the Lord touched Dhruv Maharaj, all transcendental knowledge came to him and he was able to chant beautiful prayers and he glorified the Lord. Now the Lord is replying. So what is Lord saying? Hare Krishna Mataji, Anita Mataji, you raised your digital hand.
माता जी हिंदी में बोलेंगे तो मुझे समझ में आएगा, इंग्लिश मुझे नहीं आता है.
No, this is English Bhagavatam class. हिंदी Bhagavatam class अलग है, वो गौरी श्याम प्रभु जी ले रहे हैं और शाम को इवन गौरव प्रभु इज टेकिंग. तो ये इंग्लिश भागवतम क्लास है टेम्पल से, और कई लैंग्वेज में क्लासेस है, मलयालम में है, हिंदी में है, तेलुगु में है, गुजराती में है. तो आप हिंदी का लिंक किसी से पूछिए एंड वो आपको देगा, ठीक है. ये तो इंग्लिश क्लास है माता जी. Hare Krishna. So now Krishna is replying. Okay, what is Krishna saying? Okay, I'll bless you. Yeah, so somebody have put in the chat. Hema Mataji, as per T.ly Gauri, that is Gauri Sham Prabhu, that is, he is the father of Namanishra Prabhu. Okay, so he is taking class in Hindi and मैं आपको link इस chat में डालेगा, तो आप जा सकते हैं वो क्लास में, ठीक है. T.ly Gauri. So this is English class, Mataji. So now Krishna is saying that I'll bless you. You want material opulences now, because he came for Artharthi. He wanted to become a king greater than his grandfather. Okay, I'll bless you. But Krishna says, let all good fortune for you, but Bhogaishwarya Prasaktanam. Somebody who's addicted to material pleasure cannot be attracted to devotional service. Why? Why is that? A lot of material opulences is there that you are not able to get attracted to Krishna. Why?
Mataji, Hare Krishna, it's probably because your whole mind, heart and all your senses are devoted to increasing your material satisfaction and material wealth, and you think yourself to be the doer, the owner, the enjoyer. You don't have space in your mind to imagine that the Lord is actually the owner, the enjoyer, and is bestowing you with his favor by giving you these to use in his service, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
So, as Kunti Maharani prays, Janma Ishwarya Surshuddha Shrivir Etamana Madapuma Naivarhadi Abhita Tumvai Tvam Akinchana Gochara Janma Aishwarya Shuddha Shrivir. Okay, there are 4 things which will stop us from sincerely approaching Krishna. What are they? Janma. If we are born in a rich, in a aristocratic family, no, already like there is caste Brahmanism, like in a high family, you will be already in the top of the world. So you don't feel like worshipping the Lord. Janma. Aishwarya, lot of opulences. They're so rich, there's so much sense gratification happens that you don't want God because you have everything in life. So Janma Aishwarya, Shruta. Shruta means knowledge, like PhDs and double degrees and MDs and so much of scientific knowledge that you are more into science than spiritual things. And then Janma Aishwarya Shruta Shri, beauty. You go for Miss India and Miss World contest and you just go always in beauty parlor just to increase your beauty. That is again what happens, your spiritual consciousness will go. Because we learn we are not this body and then you take care of the body. So, Janma Aishwarya Shruta Shrivir Etamana Madapma Naivarhadi Abhitatumvai. They can't approach Krishna sincerely. Why? Krishna belongs to those who are materially impoverished. Tvam Akimchana Gochara. Krishna is Akimchana Gochara. So this is in 1st canto, 8th chapter, verse number 26. This is Kunti Stuti. Kunti Maharani says, Janma Aishwarya Shuddha Shrivir. 4 things will stop us from sincerely approaching Krishna. Janma, Aishwarya, Shuddha, Shri. Then Naivarhati abhitatum ve tvam akimchana gochara. Krishna belongs to the materially impoverished. Okay, so Kunti Maharani says, your lordship can be easily approached by those who are materially exhausted. So Krishna belongs to those who are materially exhausted. Okay, that means somebody who is poor. And then one who is in the path of material progress, trying to improve his respectable parentage, opulence, education, beauty, cannot approach Krishna with sincere feeling. They want, okay, yes, there are rare cases where there are rich people like Ambarish Prabhu, right? Mr. Alfred Ford. So he is the one who contributed almost 500 crores for TOVP. So very rare case where there has all the opulences, and there are so many doctors who do lot of services to Guru Maharaj, right? Many services. They do lot of services to Guru Maharaj. So they are using their education to treat Vaishnavas. So that Janma Aishwarya Shuddha Shriti can be used in Krishna consciousness also. Can be used in Krishna consciousness. But very rare. Very rare. Okay. Any examples from the Shastra where you can see a rich person having lot of devotion, bhakti?
Prithvi Maharaj.
Mataji, the Raja of Orissa, Maharaja of Orissa.
Ambarish Maharaj.
Ambarish Maharaj.
Ambarish Maharaj.
Okay, opposite, anybody who's very poor having lot of devotion.
Sudama Mataji.
Sudama.
Kolavecha
Sridhar. Yes.
So Kolavecha Sridhar was very poor, very poor. He used to sell banana leaves. You know, you have to, he plucked bananas and make pots out of banana leaves and sell in the market. He was very poor. Very poor means his hut had lot of holes and it used to rain in the house. And his clothes, whatever he wear, have lot of holes. And he used to give 50% of his income to worship Mata Ganga, and he used to keep the rest. And how did Nimai go? Nimai go to the market and he used to bargain with Kolavecha Sridhar. No, I can't pay you this much, I can't pay you this much. And then finally Nimai Pandit will take it for free and run away. And once when it was Mahaprakash Leela was happening, where Mahaprabhu exhibited his Vishwarupa to Advaita Acharya in Srivasangan, in the house of Srivas. And then what happened? He called the most richest person in this town. So who is the most richest? Everyone asked. Sridhara is the richest. Why? He have bhakti. So then finally everybody came to know that time that Kolavecha Sridhar is the greatest devotee. And so Kunti Maharani says Krishna belongs to those who are materially impoverished. And the next sloka she says, Namo Akimchana Vittaya Nirvritta Gunavritte Atma Ramaya Shantaya Kaivalya Padaye Namaha. Namo Akimchana Vittaya. Krishna belongs to those who are materially impoverished. Namo Akimchana Vittaya. Krishna is the property of materially impoverished. Krishna belongs to the poor. Because only they can approach Krishna with sincere feelings. Otherwise, lot of money, lot of opulences, we can get misguided, we can get lost. Actually, we are born in rich family for what? Shuchinam Srimadam Gehe, to continue from where we stopped in devotional service. Okay, why does a rich person has lot of opportunity to do devotion than a poor?
Lot of time.
So he can use his money. He can use his money. That's fine. What else? Time. Yes, Mataji.
He doesn't have to think much about the maintenance of his family.
Power also.
So he doesn't have to think about his maintenance of the family. Prabhupada says, like a child is born to a rich businessman. Okay, already his father have set up the business as a big company, and he's a director of the company and everything. Naturally, the son after growing up might have done only some +2 or might be some kind of a degree course, diploma. He still can become that manager of that company, right? Why? Because he belongs to that company, or the company belongs to his father. So he doesn't have to think about, finding a job like his other friends, like finding a job and everything like that. No, Prabhupada says he has so much opportunity to do bhakti, he doesn't have to think about his maintenance, because maintenance is already taken care, right? So Janma Aishwarya Shuddha Shripir, they can't approach Krishna with good feelings. But if we are born in a rich family, use that for Krishna consciousness. Use that for Krishna service. Don't bother much into material things. Krishna will anyway take care. Eko bahunamya vidadati kaman, Krishna takes care. Yoga kshema vahamyam, Krishna takes care, right? So why should we bother so much into maintaining this material body, which anyway it's going to perish anytime. Right? So Guru Maharaj was, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj was offered scholarship in a college, and also he was the son of a rich man. Brahmananda Muni and Garga Muni, they were also son of landlords, big rich thing. Everything they left and came to Prabhupada. And we also know, right, one of the Prabhupada's disciple was joined the temple, and his father wanted him back, and he went with a blank check to Srila Prabhupada and gave a blank check, write whatever you want. And Prabhupada was badly in need of money at that time. But Prabhupada looked at the disciple and asked, what should I do? Should I take the check? And the disciple said, take both. Take me and the check also. So that's how, the Prabhupada's disciples were. They left everything and went back. Who else have left all this material opulence and went for Krishna?
Bharat
Maharaj. Who else?
Bharat Maharaj.
Who else?
Raghunath Das Goswami
the Goswamis.
You Mataji.
Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, they were all landlords. Even Raghunath Das Goswami, landlord, right? Big, very rich, but they left everything. Why? Because they know they can't do bhakti with sincerely with all these opulences. That doesn't mean we have to copy them. We can't copy. Anukaran and Anucharan. We can't copy them. We can't leave all our things, opulences and go. Use everything in Krishna service. Anasaktasya Vishaya Yadarham Upayunjate Nirbande Krishna Sambandhi Yukta Vairagya Muchyate. So use everything in Krishna service. You have money, donate to the temple. The temple construction is going on. Let the money be used in that way. You have money, buy some books, Prabhupada's books. You have money, do some kind of devotional service, some kind of devotional activities which can help. Or Prabhupada says, if you are not able to preach, at least give the money to those who are preaching already. So much of online preaching, so many things are happening all around ISKCON, all around the world. So in that way, that money can be used. So Krishna belongs to those who are materially impoverished or to the poor. So when Krishna has special mercy, what will Krishna do? What will Krishna do? He takes away your wealth, right? Yasyaham anugrashyami harishye taddanam sane tadodanam tyajantyasya swajana dukkha dukkitam. So once when I said this sloka to my friend was so worried. Hare, Krishna will take away all our opulences. Then why are we doing Krishna Bhakti? No. Why Krishna is taking away, like for in case of Bali Maharaj? Why Krishna takes away all the opulences if he is so merciful to a devotee? Why Krishna is taking away?
So that he can
To
serve
increase
him.
the devotion. To increase the
Because
devotion.
money was coming in between him and the devotee.
Attachment.
So that nothing should come between the devotee and Krishna. Bali Maharaj is a pure devotee. Bali Maharaj's pastime is usually misunderstood. Hare, Bali Maharaj gave everything and Krishna pushed him to Sutala Lok. No, that's what they think. He's a grandson of Prahlad Maharaj. And how did this happen? No, Bali Maharaj is little getting attracted to material opulence. He was thinking everything belonged to him. When Vamanadev came, Bali Maharaj was a little proud and asked, you ask anything what you want. He was a little proud thinking that everything belongs to me. He forgot the Ishavasam principle. Ishavasamidam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagattena tektena bunjita magrida krishya swadana. So Ishopanishad says everything belongs to Krishna. But Bali Maharaj, he is a pure devotee. He is just doing this pastime just to make us understand. He is not attracted to material things, but just to do a pastime to show us what will happen when Krishna has special mercy. So Krishna had special mercy on Bali Maharaj that he came in Vamanadev and took everything from him and gave himself, right? Gave himself. So like Krishna gives himself or became the doorkeeper in Sutala Lok. Why the Lord has to go to Sutala? It's one of the hellish planet. But Krishna went there and became a doorkeeper so that to give association to Bali Maharaj. So Krishna is very, very merciful when Krishna takes all the opulences from a devotee. Srila Prabhupada's business completely failed, no? And Prabhupada took it as an opportunity. Prabhupada didn't get discouraged. He took it as an opportunity to serve. He had an idea that I'll have a big business and after I'm making lot of money, I will give it for Krishna conscious movement. But Krishna had another plan. Krishna wanted Prabhupada to come. If Prabhupada na hoito, now if Prabhupada was not there, then what would have happened to us? Guru Maharaj have written this, right? Yadi Prabhupada na hoito, ताबे की होई तो ये जीवाना बहिता कैसे Nitai Gaurera Apana Karuna. How will we know about Nitai Gauranga? How will we know about Vrindavan Dham and Mayapur and everything? It's because of Srila Prabhupada. So Krishna took everything from Srila Prabhupada and gave back everything. Krishna gave himself to Prabhupada, right? And also His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj. Initially, Maharaj used to work in a hotel, cleaning, dishwashing, all the, Karmi hotel. And he used to work so that that money can be paid for the temple construction. And that time in the boat in Ganges, to cross the boat and go to Navadip, it's just 2 rupees. Now, those days it was great, but still just to save that money, he had a cycle. You see, go to Vrindavan, Mayapur, you see many of the devotees using bicycle. Why? Because no petrol, no much maintenance, it's very easy to, very convenient, and no much cost to be spent. So they Guru Maharaj took a cycle, and on the cycle he used to kick big sacks of cement and go to the Mayapur temple. So Mayapur was just a paddy field if you go initially. And who made this? It's all Guru Maharaj's hard work. Prabhupada gave that, right? Yes, and also we know about Jayananda Prabhu, who actually started the first Ratha Yatra, who made the first Ratha for Srila Prabhupada in San Francisco. And we keep his photo in every Ratha Yatra. Jayananda Prabhu used to drive taxi and give the whole money to Srila Prabhupada. So even though it looks materially they are working for Krishna. They are working for Krishna consciousness. Everything was given to Prabhupada. So Prabhupada took it happily. But another person came to Prabhupada and he was very rich. And he told he wanted to join the temple. Prabhupada's like, okay, everybody is welcome. But when he came, he didn't have any money with him. So somebody asked him, you are so rich and where did you give your money? Oh, I gave all the money to my wife and children. And then they'll send me 200 rupees every month for my maintenance. That's it. 2 crores I gave them, but 200 they'll send me every month. Okay? And Prabhupada's like, okay. After a few months, he left the temple. So somebody asked, Prabhupada, what happened? So Prabhupada said, he gave 200 to Krishna. Krishna also gave 200 to him. Ye yadamam prabatyande tamste deva bhajameham. Krishna reciprocated the same way. Okay, you gave 2 crores to your family, be with the family. Because you are still attached to the money. You didn't want to give that money to Krishna, not knowing that you give 10 rupees to Krishna, Krishna will give 100 times back. Anything, any small service you do, Krishna will definitely reciprocate. Krishna doesn't want our money. Lakshmi Sahasra Sada Sambrama Seviman, thousands of Lakshmis are serving him. Why does he want our money, which is very less? He is full of all opulences, full rich he has, 100% rich he has. What our little money can do, right? So Lakshmi has to be used in Narayana's service. But here Prabhupada says that only somebody who is not materially attached can approach Krishna with sincere feeling. Otherwise, we get dragged away. We get dragged here and there. Sometimes there are some professionals, they chant Bhagavatam, they recite Bhagavatam just for money. But there's no sincere feeling that's coming from there. So Prabhupada, Krishna says that Dhruva Maharaj had childish ambition, that he wanted to become rich than his father and grandfather. But that will stop him from sincerely approaching Krishna. And Krishna will not give pure devotional service to such person. So if you have material desires, at the same time aspiring to be a pure devotee, it doesn't work like that. Material opulences and bhakti doesn't go together. Because we are conditioned souls, definitely we will get deviated. We get, I told that story. A man was very poor and a rich man wanted to know why he was so happy. The poor man was very happy. Every day he used to enjoy life and live happily. So one day this rich man put 9 gold coins around his house. So the poor man got up and then he went and searched. He saw 1 gold coin, 2, 3, 4. He started searching. He got 9 gold coins. And that he was so worried there is no 10th gold coin. And that he started searching the whole courtyard for the 10th gold coin. He didn't get. And from that day onwards, he didn't have sleep. He didn't have peace of mind. Bhukti siddhi kami sakaleya shanda. Krishna bhakta nishkama adiva ashanda. So bhukti siddhi kami, they're all ashanda. And Krishna bhakta nishkama, he doesn't have any desire except to please Krishna, serve Krishna. So he is adiva shanta, he is shanti. He knows Krishna will maintain. Whatever happens, Krishna takes care. Avashya rakshube Krishna. And then from that day, he didn't have sleep. And he worked so hard. He went to the market, worked so hard and made 1 gold coin so that it can be 10. So he came back. By the time he came back, what happened? His wife and children spent 2 gold coins. So again it became how much? So less, again 8. So again he had to work for 2 gold coins. So from that day he didn't have peace of mind. Right? So Nectar of Instruction also says, Atyahara prayasasya prajalpaniyamagraha jana sangasalo lencha shadbe bhakti vinashyat. It'll destroy. Ati ahara and prayasasya. Too much entering for material opulences, too much endeavoring for collecting things, and too much overeating and all that. Anything over, Krishna will definitely doesn't like it. So if somebody is getting attracted to material opulences, we should know that we are getting detached from Krishna. They're going away from Krishna. But once we get detached, like Bharat Maharaj, right? So as somebody said that example, Bharat Maharaj gave everything and went to Krishna. So what did Bharat Maharaj compare the material opulences to? What did he compare it as? Anybody knows?
Stool, Mataji.
Yeah. Why Geeta Mataji? Why did he compare the material opulences to stool? It's a very weird comparison.
Which keeps him away from God. Krishna.
That's fine, but why stool? Why not any other?
Passing stool, nobody looks
Because
back.
he looks back.
Yeah, Shubhamai Mataji, yes. So after you excavate or you throw the stool, now nobody goes back and see it. So Bharat Maharaj compared, you can read Bhagavatam, there it mentions, Shukadeva Goswami says that Bharat Maharaj says that it's like a stool. Like somebody passed the stool, they'll never go back to it. And also they don't want to expose it to everyone. They never go back to it. And once if it is not thrown, like you have constipation, you're not able to pass your stools, then there's a lot of problems. No, gas will happen, and then you abdomen bloating, and you don't feel comfortable. You don't feel comfortable at all. You know. So once my friend was saying there is a Hindi movie based on this. I forgot the name. There's a Hindi movie where that person is not able to pass stools properly, and the whole movie is based on that. And I was thinking, why a movie is based on that constipation? But yes, that is an important thing in all of our life. Like if we don't have, even in children, if the children is not able to pass stools properly, the whole day they are not happy and they are not active. No, so, because constipation usually happens for children, and then even for us. So material opulences are like that. It's like an extra thing that it has to be given away. If we don't give away material opulences, at least death will take it away, right? Mrityu sarva harasyaham. Death will take everything away from material opulences, our material opulences. Okay, so before that, give away the attachment to it. Attachment. Okay, use it for Krishna service. Prabhupada used money for going in the flights or to preach, a dictaphone to translate, big cars for preaching. That can be used. Opulences can be used in Krishna service. Give it to Krishna. But don't get attached to it. Over attachment will lead us to a decrease in our bhakti. We can't approach Krishna sincerely. Okay, so Prabhupada gives in the purport that Dhruva Maharaj had material things in his mind. So Krishna took away all that things from him so that he can become a pure devotee. So the Lord does not award a pure devotee material opulences. Even though he may desire it, even though he want money, Krishna will not give. Because Krishna want nothing to come in between him and the devotee. The Lord knew that Dhruva Maharaj was a great devotee. In spite of having material opulences, he will be never deviated from love of God. But still, it's just an example to give us that a highly qualified devotee can have the facility of material enjoyment, at the same time execute love of Godhead. That is special case for Dhruva Maharaj. We may not be like that because we are most likely to get lost in Maya. No, we can get lost in Maya. So Maya can trick us anytime. So little opulences. Yesterday one Mataji was sharing to me, she finished her 16 rounds reading Prabhupada's books, all services and everything. And in the evening at night, she'll feel 5 minutes, let me see some videos. What is there? Let me relax. And if she goes for 5 minutes to see some YouTube shorts, and then it takes half an hour, 1 hour, it just goes away and all. And next day the same Latachi happens, So that's how Maya is. Maya will trick us. Maya is very, very strong. So Prabhupada says we should always pray to be protected from Maya. So Maya can come in many ways. Can come as material opulences, can come as education. Education is also kind of Maya. Education in the sense material education. I've seen my colleagues, they do MD in one field and they specialize, and they're not happy with it because it's not money making. They go for money making like gynecology, dermatology, which is so much of money making, or radiology, and then again they do another MD degree so that they invest more money to get more money. And what does such doctors become later on? So this is how the society is going on. So high education and career is not Maya if it's used in Krishna service. If a doctor goes and preach Krishna consciousness, people will take it up more fast in a hospital. I know my friend who is a pediatrician. She distributes Bhagavad Gita to all the mothers who are pregnant and also the mothers of the children who comes to her. So she's using her degree because she's a doctor. Nobody can reject it because again they have to go and meet her, right? So in that way, career cannot be like such careers like even doctors can help Vaishnavas. I know a doctor in Kerala. He actually helps all the Vaishnavas. He's near Kottakkal Ayurvedic Center. So many of the Vaishnavas go there, senior Vaishnavas, Maharajs go there, and they stay in his house, and he uses his education or his career to treat Vaishnavas. So many doctors are doing free services in many temples, right? So education is used for Krishna service. So in that way, all the career, no matter medical, any other field also, like we also have a live example like Pundarik Prabhu, who comes to our temple. He's an engineer, but then civil, he's so involved in the temple construction that he's using his education in Krishna service. It's the greatest thing to be done, right? That's the greatest thing, because you using your education or whatever knowledge we have in Krishna service, isn't that great? Or somebody is a good cook, instead of going to a hotel or restaurant for a job, go to a ISKCON temple and cook for the deities. So in that way, or somebody is a nice artist, can draw and paint for Krishna. Somebody is a nice jewel makers or tailor, can stitch for the deities. In that way, your career can also be used in Krishna service. Shri Radha Govind ki jai, Gauranga ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so in that way, all the things can be used in Krishna service. So very, very rare case where everything can be used in Krishna service. Usually, we get lost in Maya. The nectar of instruction, Rupa Goswami says, if a sack of rice is fallen on the ground, birds will come and take 2-3 grains and fly away. What does human beings do?
They will take the whole bag, Mataji.
We'll take the whole bag and go, so that it can be used in future. Right? And once Senior Vaishnava was saying this example. Once there was a big lorry full of tomatoes, and it met with an accident, and the whole lorry went upside down. So many tomatoes got crushed, and it was like a paste, tomato puree in the whole road. So what happened? They can't do anything with it. So what they did, they called the local people and said, take it for free, take all the tomatoes and just clear this mess. So they took. And next, that day, in different bullock carts or the wheel cart, they started selling tomatoes for 1 rupee. 1 kg, 1 rupee. Will all of them go? Definitely. They'll run and go, right? So everybody is behind material things. But when we get attracted to that, but the same tomatoes can be used for making bhog, prasada for the Lord. So in that way, anything material can be used in Krishna service, especially Lakshmi, money can be used in Krishna service, definitely. Because when you contribute for temple construction, what happens? Krishna will build a house for you in Goloka. That's what it is said in Vaikunta, right? So I'll stop with this story. There was a Mataji who was very miser, kanjus. So that she doesn't give any contribution to anybody. So a sadhu came to ask for money for some seva in the temple. So she didn't give money. Instead, and at least he asked for prasadam. So she gave the prasadam and she took some sand and put it in the prasadam plate. And the sadhu could not eat the prasadam. The sadhu felt very bad. She gave the prasadam, but she put sand in it. So Krishna knew this. So when she was a devotee, and finally she went back to Vaikunta. So when she went, Where in Vaikuntha, how is the palaces? Chintamani Pragarasalmadukalpa Vriksha, Chintamani stone. So much of touchstones, all the palaces will be shining with gold and jewels. But she went to her hut, her palace, it was made up of sand. Then she asked, everybody is staying in such a big opulence house, why am I staying in a hut made up of sand? Because she gave sand to Krishna. So Krishna gave back sand to her. So what we give, we get back. Okay. So Krishna gives with 10 hands. Krishna have 10 hands because the Panchatattva. Jai Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasa, Gaura Bhaktivinoda. So 5 of them have two hands, 10 hands. With 10 hands when Krishna give, what can we hold with our 2 hands? And with 10 hands when Krishna take away, what can we hold back with 2 hands? So when Krishna gives, he gives with 10 hands that it will be overflowing our hands. And when Krishna takes, he takes with 10 hands that we can't hold back with our 2 hands. So it's up to Krishna. Let's Krishna decide. Based on our pious activities, we get. Right? We are not working hard for our maintenance because it's depending on our pious activities. As somebody said, the source of your income is not the source of your maintenance. Whatever income you had, that would be used by your family. But your maintenance is dependent on Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So anybody likes to add anything? Gunashri Mataji, about material opulences, how Krishna belongs to the poor, or what do you feel about material opulences and bhakti? Yes.
Mataji, you feel happy when you give the things to Krishna or Krishna devotees. I mean, say instead of spending like how much ever you spend on yourself or your family, like we will never be satisfied with it. But when you give it to others, you feel very satisfied, Mataji.
Yes.
And especially to the devotees, Mataji. That's what I feel.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, anybody else like to add? Suresh Prabhu, Lalita Mataji, Vipin Vilas Prabhu. Yes. Yes, Manishi Mataji.
Mataji, in my own life, I experienced that as long as you are leading a normal life, being born into a good family and everything, and doing a good career and all, you do remember Krishna, because I've always been, I've had bhakti since childhood. But when adversity strikes one, then the fervor with which you remember the Lord every day, every moment, and how he takes you out of that adversity, and then you continue with your devotion, Mataji. It's a personal experience I would like to just tell about. Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Vipin
Krishna.
Vilas Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu. What is your experience of material opulences and Krishna Bhakti?
Krishna Dhanvat Pranam. Material opulences, as already you covered, actually, we can utilize for the service of the Lord, actually.
Yes.
So in Bhagavad Gita, there is a sloka, is that Swakarmanam tamabhyarcham siddhim vindati manava. So whatever efficiency we have, whatever we are expertness we have, we can devote it for the pleasure of the Lord. So it can be spiritualized.
Yes, very nice. Yeah. So Prabhu, Krishna also says, Yat karoshi yatasnasi, yat johoshi dada. Everything, whatever we offer, whatever we have, everything should be used in Krishna service. Yes. So that's the right type of use. Yes. Okay. Anybody else like to add anything?
Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Lalita Mataji. Yes.
Yeah, we have been experiencing that only, Mataji. As material opulence, materially, when we try to satisfy ourselves, there is an end to it. So immediately, sooner or later, you become unhappy for some other reason. But with Lord's devotion, you do everything for the Lord. You chant for Him, you give hope for Him. So that is like, you'll never get bored or you'll never feel not satisfied or something. That is what one has to experience, then only they will understand.
Yes. Hare Krishna. So once Prabhupada went with his disciples to one festival, and in that festival, big elephants were used, and people, VIP people were put on the top of elephant and took into the procession. So the Prabhupada's disciples said, Prabhupada, we also will take you, on the top of an elephant. Prabhupada's like, why me? Take Krishna on the elephant. No? So Krishna should be given everything. A brahmachari might sleep on the floor, but Krishna will be given so much of opulences. No, that's Krishna is the supreme. So Archana Mataji asked the question. Yes, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that even if you fall down, it's not a loss, and Shuchinam Srimadam Gehe, you will be born in a rich aristocratic family. And now we know that when we are in rich family, we may not be able to continue spiritual life, or we might go to Maya. Mataji, that's why we have Vaishnavas around us. Many of you are rich here, like not so rich, but still at least you are not at least hungry, or you don't have to sleep on the streets. We have a shelter, food, clothing, everything is taken care by Krishna. But how did we reach? That means you are pious souls. You are all pious souls who is good, having good education here, good beauty, or born in a good aristocratic family, rich family. You are all pious souls. So how did you come to Krishna consciousness? We were all in Maya because of Vaishnava's mercy, right? So Vaishnavas like Srila Prabhupada, his disciples, grand disciples are all over the world to preach. By Vaishnava's mercy, that rich aristocratic soul who is drowning in material opulences or drowning in sense gratification can be pulled out by Vaishnava's mercy. That's why preaching is very important. When you preach, somebody who's so much in material opulences, when you're level 1 class, when you start preaching, they start chanting, then slowly they'll start changing, their consciousness start changing. Then they understand that, yes, I'm a spirit soul, I'm born to continue my devotional services. We all have prayed, as Kapila Dev says, right, in 3rd canto. In the womb of the mother, we all have prayed, Krishna, please pull me out of this condition, I'll do devotion, I'll do bhakti. But we are lost in Maya. But Vaishnavas are there around us to pull us from that Maya. So that's why preaching is important. All of you, you've been pulled out of sense gratification because of somebody, like Namanishta Prabhu. Somebody who came and pulled us out, right? It's not by chance. Nothing happens by accident. Krishna knew how much you have done in your previous life. So because of us, someone else also should come out of sense gratification. So Shuchiram Srimadam Gehe, we are born in rich aristocratic family, good education, beauty and all that because of our punya in previous life. And so as to continue from where we stopped. All of you chanting 16 rounds or initiated people, you're not normal people. You're all devotees from previous life. Because of some reason, some bad karma, we fall down. We could not complete. So we are here now by Vaishnava's mercy. So Vaishnavas are there, Mataji, to help us to realize, like, there is a big construction going on, okay, big construction company. So much of sound is happening. This cement is getting mixed and so much of sound. So the supervisor is on top of the 10th floor and he wants to call a worker who's below. What he'll do? He'll take a small stone and throw, no? So that the worker looks up. The worker is so busy in his job that when something hits on the head, he looks up and he sees the supervisor. So similarly, we are so involved in Maya, so much of sense gratification, but somehow we get a call from a Vaishnava. Somebody calls us, some Vaishnava pulls us out of this condition. So yes, Shuchinam Srimadam Gehe, but because of bad fortune, still you have a minute independence. You see, all of you now, you could have come for Bhagavatam class, or you could have gone and watched a movie, or you could have slept. Why you are here? Because you used your minute independence in a good way. So all of us have minute independence. Krishna will never interfere in that. So if we want, we can use it in a right way. So it depends on us. If we are born in a rich family, use it in Krishna service. If we are intelligent, that will be helped by a Vaishnavas. Vaishnavas are all representative of Krishna. Krishna is sending them for us. Yes, Sureshwar Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
It is just material appliances are just serving Maya, and the spiritual appliances are serving the Lord.
Yes.
Such Ananda is there in spiritual happiness, but material happiness, it is just chewing the chewed. We are sucking our own blood, Mataji.
Yes. Chewing the chewed, yes, very nice. So it's the same material things again and again. As Lalita Mataji said, every material happiness has a distress. No, everything. Every happiness of material things has an end, but spiritual happiness is not like that. So instead of going behind so much material things, go behind spiritual things. How can I improve in my quality of japa? How can I improve in reading Srila Prabhupada's book? How can I improve in serving Krishna in a better way? So go for that. No, so laulyam, tatra laulyam, apimulya kevalam kodi janma sukritana labhyate. So it can be used in Krishna service. Hare Krishna, thank you for joining. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubhe evacha. Patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Anukodi Vaishnavi ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. One minute.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So, one more important announcement. August 19th, Balram Purnima, we are planning for temple opening. So, all of you please come. Please start booking your tickets. And yesterday we had a meeting with Naminishra Prabhu. Prabhu said bulk booking should be done. So much of service will be there. Please do come and be in our temple. Okay, August. So please try to come. And all of you can discuss among devotees and plan. Okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.